All right, we're live.
All right. Fantastic. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Stolen Fires. I'm your game master, Mike Leader, and we're all here to play some Fringeworthy, a role-playing game about traveling to an infinite number of Earths on a quest to save humanity. First, let's introduce our players and their characters. We'll go Leslie, Bob, Jill, and sadly Jim's not with us tonight.
I'm Leslie. I play Captain Cassidy Wagner, who is a former Air Force pilot and is now a NASA trainee. Um, I had a dumb idea, and now we're gonna see if it works.
I'm Bob. I play Chewy, the resident ex-con driver mechanic
Negotiator.
who did not have a bad idea and who speaks every language.
Hi, I'm Jill. I play Yuki Nakamura, who is your resident historian slash hacker, and she's just following what her senpais are telling her because that seemed like the right thing to do, and maybe not. We'll see.
In the chaos of not traveling through time, but alternate worlds and trying to figure out what's going on and what this alternate history is all about. Thank God they have a historian now, right? Well, sadly, our other player, Jim, is not with us tonight. I'm going to just mention this real quick, which may make him a little self-conscious, but he and his wife have COVID. They've both been sick for a couple weeks. Our thoughts and prayers go out to them. Hopefully, we'll see Jim back next week, and we'll see Eric show up again. Oh wait, we saw Eric kind of show up last week too at the end of the story.
It's Mirror Universe, Eric.
Okay, so Bob, why don't you go ahead and have Chewy do our recap?
Oh right. So see we went back to the 1949 land because we couldn't find anything useful in the warehouse of stolen socks, and we had this newspaper, and the newspaper said that the chancellor was killed, and so we went back to 1949 land to let them know, and then when we got there, we started talking to the major. He was like, well, this doesn't make any sense. And then we looked at the newspaper, and it said that they were being invaded, and we're like, well, that's different because we watched it. It just happened right before our eyes. Like it's kind of like that Back to the Future movie where like the newspaper just changed. We're like, oh no, now us being here, we've changed the future for them. So we need to help them fix this, right? And we're like, well, how can we help them if they're going to get invaded in like a month? And so we spent a whole lot of time trying to give them some better radar, which I mean, I guess that's kind of helpful, but that's just going to help them in a month. And we're like, well, they really need some allies, and so we decided we were going to go and help them with this peace accord and get them some allies in Europe. But the airplane got blown up because, of course, it does, because this is what happens always at airplanes, which is why I never get them because I'm smart. And then so instead we got in the truck and we took the truck through the gates, and then we went in through Essen and. Which is somewhere in Germany, I think. But we were in Europe and we drove through Essen, and then we went off roading quite a bit because the roads in Europe are really shitty. Like who knew? And so we go all the way through Europe, and we get to France, and we got this big plan. We're going to take Gerald, and we taught Gerald how to be a diplomat, and he's going to use his mind tricks on the French king, and they're going to get him to sign the treaty for us. And then once we got the treaty signed, then they'll have some allies. They won't get invaded. But then when we got there and we were talking to people, and Eric shows up, and we're like, Eric, what the hell?
Only it wasn't Eric. It was
It's Eric.
someone.
It's Eric with facial hair, which obviously
It
means it's Mirror Universe, Eric.
it
Evil
was
Eric.
Eric, a Eric-looking person wearing a Portuguese officer's uniform, and Sir Bevan, who was the British negotiator lead, referred to him as Colonel Hernandez. I
Maybe it's
apologize.
Eric's long lost uncle
Or
from
cousin.
1949 world.
And but I will point out that for our fans in the audience that doppelgangers have been proven to exist, as you've met a
Oh,
fringeworthy version of of Lieutenant Yates back on Earth, who was not fringeworthy where you're from, but is fringeworthy from a different world.
oh, is this a monster?
It could also be a monster.
So we pick up the game where Colonel Hernandez is come into the office, and he hasn't said anything yet because we ended on that last week. He turns, and man, he looks just like Eric. His voice sounds like Eric. It's a bit of a mustache, not a full goatee, so it may not be Mirror World Eric. Um, but he looks dead serious. The hair is a little different. Sir Bevan, he looks at the three of you and Gerald.
Gerald's here.
Gerald's still here. He hasn't gone up and done anything yet.
All right. I need to talk to Gerald right now.
Okay, well you're in chat. Let me just finish what he has to say, and then we'll do that for you. And he looks at the three of you and the cat like, what are you doing here? Sir Bevan, I am very disappointed in what your office is doing. We don't have time for shenanigans like this. His frustration is evident, and he's trying not to explode. Obviously, you guys have never seen Eric explode. In fact, Eric doesn't ever get angry.
Mm-hmm.
Your continued meddling with everybody else is going to throw up this negotiation, and the King of France is going to get us all killed. And Sir Bevan puts his hands up and says, I understand we're not trying to meddle. I have some help sent from home to hopefully get this all solved. We have some master negotiators here with some great ideas. Hopefully it doesn't worry everybody. And I think we can solve your problem. Okay, so now Chewie's in mental chat with
Oh, can I talk to him mentally? Oh, that's even better because I was gonna just take him aside and go meow 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 to him.
No, you guys are all in link because Gerald's right there. You can handle a group chat between the four of you.
Gerald, is that Eric? I can't be Eric. Gerald, is that a monster? Is this like one of those things that we had before? Is that a doppelganger? Tell me.
Well,
we need to know right now, Gerald.
It's not Eric, but it
it
looks like Eric. I don't think so.
How do we know?
He sounds like Eric. He looks like Eric.
This is 1949 world, Eric.
Could be. You met the other Lieutenant Yates, who was that kick-ass person we met who came and interfered on that Turkish world.
But why would there be 1949 Eric? Like that doesn't make any sense. How
Infinite universes and
why is 1949 Eric Portuguese and not Scandinavian?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not an expert on how these pathways and worlds work.
Gerald,
I just can read minds.
Right? You'd be able to tell. What's his mind say?
I don't know. I wasn't really present in Lola's mind when she shapeshifted, so I don't understand how that worked. I mean, I can monitor him. I can get real friendly. Hold on, let me put on friendly mode, and he kind of stretches a bit and walks over and rubs against the colonel's leg, and the colonel looks down in abject horror. Ugh. Like, yeah. I mean, seems not to like cats, but hey, no one's perfect.
I don't trust him.
Should we be worried about friendly mode? Is friendly mode okay? Is that code for something else?
Gerald stops rubbing against his leg and shoots you a glare like, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't think I don't think he's a threat. He's just very angry, and he's thinking in Portuguese. Yeah, that's the language. He's thinking of home and how warm it is there and how irritated he is with the French climate, and he hates the food, and he doesn't like the king, and he doesn't like having this job that he doesn't want, and he hates cats. Okay, well, we're gonna work on that one.
Well, that's terrible.
I don't think so. So this is 1949 Eric. It's not our Eric pulling shenanigans.
No, that's really strange. Anything's possible, I guess. Infinite possibilities, and I will view three interfering and stuff here. It could be anything. I wouldn't say interfering. I think I swear it's that newspaper. that's causing these problems.
Maybe we should just take the newspaper away. Maybe us being here and meddling is going to cause the invasion.
Well, do you guys feel like we should just leave then and just hope for the best, or?
I don't want to abandon our friends,
Yeah.
but they also have nothing to offer us.
Yeah.
I mean, we could leave them with all the help we can and just go for now. Is there a way we can check in on how things are going if we're not here?
Not that
Oh.
I know of.
Oh, wait. Okay, I know. What if? Hear me out here. What if
All
we
right.
don't? What if we don't go with Plan A, and we go with Plan B instead? Instead of, all right, this guy's the negotiator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so instead of telling Gerald to try and mind whammy the king, right? How about we just have Gerald do what he's doing right now and give us the insights on the king and what the king wants. That way we can then tell this guy and he can use that in the negotiations. It's like if he was going to buy a car and we just knew already how much money was in his pocket, right? So like if I knew that the guy was coming to me and he had $1,300 in his pocket, and I could just say I'm not taking less than $1,300 for the car. So like if we knew that now, like we have Gerald and he goes to the king and finds out that the king has what he really wants is some better I don't know, some better croissants or whatever they do in France, and then we offer him that, and then we would know, like that would give us a big advantage in the negotiations, right?
True.
Makes sense. Does Gerald speak French?
Gerald speaks every language because he doesn't speak
Oh,
it,
okay.
he
Well
just
then,
listens, because
that's good.
he speaks Spanish obviously, and he speaks whatever you guys think. So yeah.
It's not a matter of speaking of a language. It's more or less understanding how people communicate.
Gerald, could you do that for us? Could you just find out what the king wants, and then we would have that in our pocket, and we could just be like, okay, well, we'll give you all of the croissants in France, or we'll give you all the croissants in England, and then, or maybe they want English beer. I don't know what they got in England, fish and chips, right? Like he wants fish and chips, we'll give him all the fish and chips he wants.
I can try. Is it bad that I'm concerned that I'm going off by myself to do this?
You're a strong kitty. You've done this stuff before.
Yeah, well,
We don't have to. We don't even have to have you by yourself. Like, we just need to get in the same room as the king, right? And then you can do this, and it wouldn't even be like during the negotiations we do. Like is there going to be? I bet there's going to be a dinner party. There's always a dinner party, right? And they get everybody together and they bring the guys and they come down the stairs and the guy like announces them by name and everybody dresses up really fancy. And normally, like the spies, then they like that's when they try and steal people. But we don't need to do that. We don't need to like murder nobody or nothing. We just need to get the kitty close enough to the king so that he can read the king's mind and just get an idea. And then we feed that information to this guy, and then he can do all the negotiations, and we don't have to get involved at all. And then the newspaper changes, and we're all better.
before you say anything else, will Cassidy and Yuki both make me human perception rolls? Hang on a second. Actually, it might just be straight perception because, yeah, both making me perception rolls.
Okay.
Your target number is 16
Oh, come on, load.
because you're involved in this conversation. And Chewie's very involved in the conversation, so he's not going to realize.
Oh, come on.
That's okay. Just what's your total? Hang on a second.
My character sheet doesn't want to load for some reason.
Perception is 10, so you have a 14. And
I got a 15.
Billy has a 15. So okay. Nope, you guys don't see it. You don't realize what's going on outside of the conversation. So continue.
So yeah, I think that's a whole lot better than trying to get the kitty to influence the king, because that would also kind of be cheating, right? Like we don't want to do that, because if they found that out, then that would be terrible, because they would totally be like, you guys are terrible and you guys are trying to control my mind, and then nobody likes that. Nobody wants their mind controlled. But if it was just like it would just be like if we were, looking through his diary or something and stealing some information. And spies do that type of stuff all the time. Just this way, we would be doing it kind of even better than a normal spy.
And then you hear, as you finish that, you hear, I'm sure it's okay. I think he's talking to himself.
Am I saying all this out loud?
No, but you're having the hand gestures.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's how he thinks. It's how he processes information.
Sir Bevan, if your negotiators do not have the time to sit down and go over this, what do you expect us to do? In fact, I mean, he looks right at the three of you. I apologize. My name is Colonel Hernandez. It is a pleasure to meet you. His heels close together and he comes to sort of attention and nods at the three of you. Your cat seems to like me, and I apologize because I'm not a lover of cats.
Oh, I'm Gato. Please leave the man alone while we prepare for our negotiations.
Oh, Gerald comes up. Gerald comes over, climbs up your pants, and sits on your shoulder.
I am sorry, sir. I introduced myself formally, which I'm assuming comes out in Portuguese. I am Chewy, and these are my companions. And we are here to help you with negotiations. Yes.
Cassidy and Yuki realize that this man is speaking English with a Portuguese accent. Chewie is speaking in a different language. You guys hear him speaking in a different language. And this man looks amazed. Oh, you speak Portuguese. Very nice. I'm glad to meet someone here who's civilized.
I am the translator for this team. I am
I see.
here to help you identify cultural exchange rates.
King Philip the 23rd would be happy to know that we have someone on our side here. And he shoots a look at Bevan. We have some issues with the King of France not willing to finish this treaty, and the Queen of Spain is rather irritated with that because she feels France is going to be the aggressor with them as always, and it's problematic. We would like this solved immediately. We feel the treaty is actually worth our time. We don't have as much of a military as some other larger countries, and we realize that we need the protection. I'm not going to lie about that. So whatever you can offer to deal with the king, I would be happy to assist.
We would like to observe the king directly. Is there any chance that he will be having any sort of social interactions with people in the immediate vicinity?
There is a gathering tonight. Just a little party that the king is throwing to get everyone together and share drinks and do the whole social thing, which I truly dislike. But I can arrange for the three of you to attend. That shouldn't be a problem.
That would be exceptional.
David says, "Well, I'll have to go, so I'll write you in on this, and here you all go. You're welcome to go in my place."
Do we have outfits for something like this, guys?
We can get them. We're in Paris, France. If there's any place that we can get fancy outfits, it's Paris, France.
True. Do we have money for this world?
No.
Yes.
We have handfuls of gold coins or gold rings.
Okay, that works.
Did we not get any money the last time we were here?
But also we've got Bevan's guy here. He works here. He can help us out.
So Bevan says, "I appreciate your help, Colonel Hernandez. I'll have them see you tonight. I'm assuming that you all packed your formal wear, so we can make certain that you didn't pack your formal wear." The colonel
I came here in a
again,
Jeep.
and says, "I will see you all tonight," and proceeds to leave.
We were in a little bit of a hurry to get here, and our formal wear got blown up in a plane. that was supposed to be going here. We had to come the long way. And so, yeah, we don't have any formal wear, but you can help us out, like shirt and pants, a couple of fancy dresses for them. I should that should that should, We're in Paris. How hard could that be?
All right. Um, I'm gonna need you to make me
Ooh.
uh hmm. hmm. Needs to make a persuasion roll.
Oh, yeah, I got that one. Where's my dice?
+8 to
Where's
your
my
roll.
dice?
Target number 14.
Oh, I only rolled a 2.
All
Oh
right.
no.
Oops.
I'm afraid that we don't have the budget to get you some firmware. I'm sure that you have enough money, and if you have enough pounds, it should convert easily into francs, and you should be fine.
We don't have any local money.
I can
Again, like
recommend a tailor.
that got blown up in the airplane that was coming over. Yeah. Will I? Yeah. All we got is a handful of golden rings, and I don't know if that's going to be very useful. Yeah.
I'm sure we can figure it out with a little bit of ingenuity and a pawn shop.
Right. Pawn shop. Do they have pawn shops in France?
I would assume
Things
so.
in France.
Well, then I will leave you to handle that. Please check back in a few hours as the event is. Looks at his watch. In about 4 hours.
Okay.
We'll see you back here closer to 7:30.
Yes, we will be back by 7:30.
Yes.
Gerald says, "Do you want me to stay here?"
No, you go with me, Kitty. I mean, gotcha.
All right.
I mean,
Gerald, how good are you with human fashion?
He doesn't wear
I
clothes.
I don't wear clothes.
I know, but can you look at humans in their outfits and say, "Oh, that looks nice" or whatever? I'm curious. Some animals are good at that. I don't know.
I don't know anything about that. Trust me, I don't.
Worth a shot. All right, so Parisian shopping montage.
I can look at Gerald's sheet. Hang on a second. I don't think he has good human perception. Yeah, no. He has great human perception, but no, he does not understand
Perhaps
fashion.
not in fashion.
So yes, you'll need to do a Parisian shopping spree, or so you're going to convert the rings into gold at the pawn shop, correct? That's the plan.
Yeah.
Okay, so who wants to do the lead on this roll to see if you guys can find the right materials and the right clothing? Because you know what? What's cool, especially about this system, is there's a style stat.
I don't think Chewy has a good style stat. Style.
Might want to check who has and see who actually
7?
knows. I don't think anyone has points in the skill.
No.
Because why would you?
No.
Yeah.
Chewy has no style.
I have a level 1 in style.
Opening.
Chewy wears nothing but work shirts and cargo pants.
So I gotta reload my sheet. It's not opening.
So what'll happen is if you're going to work in concert, I'll give the person rolling a +3. But you have to hit a 13.
Okay.
My style's a 5.
Yeah. So it shows with Cassidy and Chewy that their style is low for a reason. It makes sense.
Because I'm usually wearing a uniform.
So, but the two of you have at least actually, do you have skill in that? I don't think you do. Yeah, you don't have a level in it. Nope, you don't have levels in it. So, no, you can't assist. So, Jill, you got to roll 13 with
All
the
right, let's see
+7.
what we do. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doo. Fingers crossed. 13!
Well,
I
that
was
worked out.
inspired by the Parisian style.
You hit it dead on, which just means you barely succeeded. So,
I'll
but you
take
did
it.
succeed. You guys go out with enough money, which you have plenty with the golden rings, and mark off 5 of them. In fact, I'll make a note to mark off 5 if you haven't done that. 5 gold rings. And you're able to get yourselves some nice formal wear. For those of you who aren't used to wearing formal wear, it's probably going to itch. Um, I don't think Chew's ever worn a suit before.
No.
This will be a new experience.
So yeah, it's really uncomfortable on you. You
Even,
feel
even at the prison hearing, he just wore a button-up shirt and a clip-on tie.
it's 10 times worse because the fashion is 70 years older
Probably
and
itchy and made of wool.
it's made of wool. Yeah. Yeah. Suits for men back then looked cool, but they weren't cool to wear. And women, you've got layers, so kind of not fun too. But you succeed in getting the formal wear, which is great. And anything else you want to do before you head back for the party?
I would like to get Gerald a adorable bow tie and perhaps a jeweled leash, but I know that he would wear neither of them, so I will not even try.
You can try and convince him, but I don't think he'll buy that.
No, I'm not even going to try because I know perfectly well he will not wear an adorable bow tie.
All right. So with that said, you guys head back towards the embassy. Um, Sir Bevan's people take you down to the French embassy for the party, and there's quite a few people there. There's food, there's drink, and there's lots of wandering around to socialize. So how do you want to handle this?
I think we'll. Yeah, I don't think we want to just like walk up to the King of France and just say, "Hey, how are you doing?" There's got to be a protocol for this type of stuff. Like, it's kind of like meeting a capo. You get introduced or something. I assume. So like, well, we should talk to Bevan and say like, all we got to do is get like close enough to the king so that we can, get a good idea of what he wants and stuff. How do they normally do that?
Well, you need to talk to a few people and introduce yourself around and make certain that they understand you're part of my negotiation team and you're new here. You want to make sure you meet everyone involved.
Oh, okay, we can do that. And so we like Gerald just gotta hang out on my shoulder, and I'll introduce myself as the translator. And then so yeah, so Cassidy, you're the captain of our team, but I will be the translator for you. So I will go and speak to the king on your behalf and explain to him that in French that I am the translator for our negotiation team, and Gerald will ride on my shoulder, and then Gerald can get the idea what the king is thinking and what's important to him.
You might want to, Sherman says, you might want to have your cat stay with in the car at least, because I don't think they're going to be welcoming an animal
Oh
inside
no,
of.
this is my emotional sport cat. I
He's
need him.
he's an eccentric. He needs the cat.
The cat's very important. Cat is not. Yeah, I can't. He can't leave my side, or I will start to have the shakes because I got the PTSDs and
Shell shock. You have the
yeah,
shell
I have the
shock.
shell shocks from the combat, and yeah, I need the cat nearby, or else I start to have the nervous tick. You don't want to see that.
I see. Well, I'll see what I can do about that.
He's a very charming cat. He's nice, and he only goes in the litter box like he's supposed to. And yeah, he's a good kitty.
I didn't ask before you guys got there, but is there anything you're specifically taking with you? Weapons, electronics, anything you can.
Does my handgun fit in my clutch?
You what gun do you have?
I don't remember.
I
Let
don't
me
think
look.
it's a small gun. I think it's a medium gun. Um, it's an automatic, which is not going to fit in that clutch burst.
Yeah, Chewie's not going to take a gun. That seems like a bad idea to go near the king with a gun. He knows better than that.
Besides weapons, besides guns, anything else you guys are going to take with you? So we're clear.
No. I don't think there's anything we need to take that it's safe.
Okay, no problem. So you guys arrive with Sir Bevan, and you get out of the limousine, and he walks with you up the stairs to the embassy. You go through security, which you used to security in 2008. Pat down, special wands, lots of electronics. No, it's just simple. Um, look you over, sir. May I just check you for anything that's contraband? We don't want to have any issues. And no one bats an eye because it's an embassy,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll pat you down. If people are carrying weapons, there will be a problem. But since you're not, they check your purse. So nothing matters. So they let you in. They side eye the cat, and Sir Bevan tries to explain it's part of who he is. He's got to carry it. In fact, I'm gonna have to check for him because I think that makes sense.
I'm glad we didn't have to fully explain the concept of emotional support animals and try to bring paperwork or something.
Okay, he rolled a 3. So I am sorry, Mr. Bevan, as the French security tries to explain in broken English, which Chewie completely understands. I am sorry, Mr. Bevan, but we cannot have the cat inside the King's Court. One of them is severely allergic, and it would be a problem. They can just sneeze. We don't want that. So the animal must stay outside.
I go up and speak in French. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Monsieur. Like the very equivalent of I am so very sorry, my sir. The cat is an affectation of mine, and he's very important to me. And if you could just point out the person who's allergic, I would be more than happy to steer clear of them and make sure to deal with all professional niceties." Because
All right.
Bob knows that French people like it when you speak French.
Great, Bob. So go ahead and roll me a persuasion roll, which is a D10 plus 8.
I rolled an 8.
All right. So there you go. He looks at you kind of skeptically, but he's impressed that you speak French. Hmm. All right. Just please avoid the king's staff as much as possible.
Of course.
And if you can keep the cat out of sight, maybe that'll help.
I will do my best.
Charles like out of sight. I want to show him out of sight. I swear I'm going to sing.
Oh, please don't, Kitty.
So you all get through security. It's too much of an issue. And even the party. And the party is just, it's swanky. You guys have never actually participated in anything like this in your life. Everyone seems, it's very cordial. And again, there's drinks and there is some appetizers and yada, yada, yada. But I believe you should feel completely out of depth in this room. And so Bevan walks you around, introduces you to Colonel Hernandez again, who is there with only one aide, and they're both dressed in military outfits. No civilians with them.
I curtsy.
And he smiles and looks very happy to meet you all again, but acts like he hasn't met you before. Well, Bao introduces himself, introduces his compatriot, who we don't have to name. You go in and you meet the German delegation, which no scary symbol we all heard of before. They're wearing a red patch, and the military guard with them is wearing a red patch with a white stripe at a diagonal angle through it, and you meet a nice gentleman who introduces himself. I don't have a name for him, so we're going to just skip that part. But very pleasant, happy to meet you. He shakes Chewie's hand. He nods to the two of you,
A
and
curtsy.
uh, Chewie seems very, very pleasant and happy to be there. Gerald says, "Oh, he's really anxious for this to work. It's all he can think about. Like his job is riding on it. Funny how that works. I think your job also rides on this, doesn't it?"
Mm, no, because
Hmm.
we can just go home.
A drop rides on us not getting dead.
Yeah.
And we don't need anyone to get dead. I agree.
Okay, Gato. How far away can you read somebody's thoughts?
If they're new, I got to be close,
Like how close?
rather than 10 feet tops.
All right. Do we know which one of these guys is the king?
It's kind of obvious who the person
Probably
in
the
charge
one with the
is.
crown.
Yeah. The King of France is really decked out. He looks to be a young man, probably in his late 20s. He has a perpetual frown, it seems, one of those,
Mm-hmm.
trying to look serious or looking serious, but kind of grumpy. There's an older woman with him on his arm.
All right.
You're not sure who that might be, but he is currently speaking with someone um, who has definitely a Spanish look about them, a little more formal Spanish look. And Sir Bevan says, "Well, let's go get you introduced. This could be difficult."
All right.
So he walks you up, and there's a little line to talk to the king, which is
Perfect. Perfect. Cassie stands in line, and I stand next to her.
Yeah,
so
stand in line.
you two are gonna stand in line. Is Yuki gonna go with them, or are you gonna what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna stand back and observe, probably by the snack table, because that's always a good place to observe at these kind of parties. And also eat snacks, but just kind of keep a watch out if there's anything odd happening. Also, so I can signal to them if we need to bounce.
I think you should definitely make me a
A snack table roll.
a
No.
snack table roll. Yes. I don't want to say library search, but I should say deduction roll. Make me a deduction roll target number 17.
Okay. Deduction. All right, cool. 20.
Wow. Okay, that worked out really well for you. Excellent. Excellent.
My good rolls now. Don't ask me to do rolls later, guys.
Well, it's really it's a matter of just you understanding the fashion, because you understand people and how that works, plus with history and all that other good stuff. That this gala, this not really gala, it's kind of a small party, a soiree, I guess you would say in French. Uh, Everything here is formal, but the dress is so not 20th century. It is definitely nobility, probably mid to late 1800s.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh, are
Um,
we corseted?
No, the obvious nobility is that there are people who are dressed sort of like you who are more modern fashion, but the definite nobility are dressed in pre-1900s fashion.
Okay.
So it might give you an idea on what kind of people they are. So the line thins out eventually, and as Cassidy and Chewie get closer and closer, and Gerald sits on your shoulder, actually kind of sits down, not perky, but kind of down in a crouch. But Chew's got big enough shoulders to carry him, so that's not worryable. He's not a huge cat. Um, Sir Bevan walks up with you. Your Majesty, a pleasure to see you. Yes, Sir Bevan. More people. Yes, these are new members to my staff, fresh over from the homeland, and I wanted them to meet you. They were really expressly interested in talking to you, and they think they can help solve all of our problems with you. Your problems with us. Said that. All your problems with us. Huh.
I say, greetings, Your Highness. I am, of course, all this is in French. I am Le Chui. This is Captain Cassidy. We are here to assist the negotiations team and hope to maintain maximum cultural exchange.
I do a very deep curtsy.
Okay. I have to make a roll for Gerald. Here we go. Okay. That's an 18 on his check. So he's sitting there on your shoulder. And in the group chat, which Yuki cannot hear because she's too far away, he says, "Wow, this guy's angry and hungry. I don't like this." And the king, while he's talking to you, looks right up at Gerald. A very serious look on his face.
Oh no.
And what is that doing here?
This is my my emotional support cat. He is here to keep me calm. I suffer from shell shock from the war.
The war?
Yeah.
You two need to make me a history check right now. I know you don't have history, so
Chewie does not
I
know.
feel like
I can tell you straight up, Chewie knows nothing about the war.
roll me a D10 plus
Any
your
wars.
intelligence stat. D10 plus your intelligence stat, both of you.
Rolled a 4.
okay.
All right? What's your intelligence stat?
I don't know. It's actually pretty high, but 6.
So 10 for you, and what did Cassidy get?
Whoops! I apparently keyed it in wrong.
Chewie knows that there was a world war. He skipped out on any days where they discussed any history at school.
You make Yuki sad.
He only
sad.
knows that there's a world war because he's seen movies about it.
Yeah, but we know that it didn't happen here
Yeah.
because
You have to remember that.
But there's always wars. He didn't
I
say
feel
a
like
specific
we should
war. He just said war.
Okay, why
Wars
doesn't
in
it
South
like
America.
my D10K?
1d10 plus 1d10 capital K 1.
Weird. Okay. So, excuse me, 6 plus history.
Just be your intelligence. I don't think you have a history skill.
Intelligence. 6 plus 8.
14. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Cassidy will remember there wasn't a war there's not been a war in the past 25 years. Chewie is too young.
Please forgive my friend. We're actually refugees from the SSA, and he gets confused sometimes.
And then I pet the kitty. Yes. Sometimes I get confused. It's been a long time since I've been home.
He looks very skeptical of you. Refugees. I see. Gerald's like, we need to leave right now. Right now. Right now. And the king continues to stare at the cat.
I'm in the group chat gonna go, I think he knows.
We need to get out of here.
Yeah, I think he knows
I look
that
forward
Gerald...
to working with you all soon.
Yeah, it was wonderful to meet you, Your Highness. Curtsy.
Slight nod.
Someone go get that man a beef jerky. He needs a Snickers.
No, he needs a human brain.
When were Snickers invented?
We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. We need to go get in the car. We need to get back to the gate. We need to leave right now.
Um, as we turn to leave, can I pull out the key and see if it looks like it's glowing more than it should be?
Before you leave the king's presence.
Well, like as we're turning to walk away from him.
Okay, then I'm gonna have to ask you to make a a stealth roll.
Okay, I'm actually not horrific at stealth.
Sure, D10, keep 1 plus 8. And I'm not telling you the target number.
Whoops. $13. Can
Okay.
Can I do anything to modify the roll?
Nope, you can't.
I don't got luck points no more.
Well, you could spend your luck points if you'd like. That just adds the total of the roll.
Okay.
You can spend all 4, but that's all you're gonna have for the rest of the game. Rest of the day, technically.
I'm gonna spend 2 to make it a 15.
Okay.
I feel like
Uh,
that might make me a little safer.
Yuki, you can see that the king is staring, holes in the back of their head as they walk away. That is so obvious, you have to make a roll to see it.
Can I try to make a distraction?
Well, what kind of distraction do you want to make?
Knock
Fall
over the
back
punch bowl.
fall back into the table, into the punch bowl.
I'm sorry, say again?
Fall back into the table, into the punch bowl, make a big splash.
Oh, you're gonna knock it over. Okay.
Yeah, with my body, like act like I got trips.
How fancy do you want to make that? I mean, you want to make it obvious that you're doing this, or do you want to make it not so obvious?
No, I want to make it not obvious I'm doing that. And I think I would say because I am skilled in martial arts, I feel like I could do a fall that would make it believable.
Your martial arts isn't showing on here. Oh, I see. It's mismarked. Hang on a second.
Okay.
That's Cassidy's sheet. I'm looking at the wrong sheet. You're on there. All right. So D10 plus 12.
All right, let's see.
And don't roll a 1. But in this case, you do have to check.
13.
All right. So you did roll a 1.
I
You
did
rolled a
roll a
1.
one.
That's considered a failure.
Okay.
So, um,
I
so
missed
you
the table.
step back and you kick the table, quite obviously kick the table. And Sir Bevan looks at you in absolute horror. You 3 need to leave right now. Right now. Get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here. You guys see Yuki do this.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
But I'll get back to Cassidy here. As you walk away, you pull the crystal out, you look at it, and it's glowing. Brighter than the 2 of you would make, or the 3 of you would make. You 2 and Gerald.
So, the king's Fringeworthy.
No, the king's a fucking monster.
Oh. Oh.
I don't know what that was, but it tried to reach out and touch my mind, and that was not comfortable.
Okay. So we leave. We hustle.
We get the hell out of here. We go get in the truck and we get the hell out of France.
You guys are just bailing completely.
Yes.
I'm following my senpais.
And you guys get out the door and you're going down the limousine, and you hear Gerald say he's gonna do something awful,
Yeah.
and I mean awful.
Okay.
Awful.
Well,
And not just to us.
What can we do to stop him?
I don't know. He shut me out the minute I tried to probe.
Maybe we need to get help from Mirror Universe Eric.
We should see if Mirror Universe Eric is Fringeworthy, by the way. That would actually.
Yeah.
You guys didn't check that. Yeah.
We should, but we should. But it might be too late because we need to get the hell out of France.
So you're down to limousine. What do you want to do? I know Chewie's saying get the hell out of France.
Yes.
So
Are we gonna be able to stop him by
I mean,
not
if
being
you
in
don't get out of
France?
France, at least get further away from now to regroup. But do you want to just abandon these people and like I don't know, is this really that bad that we need to get the hell out of here?
That guy's a monster. That guy's a monster. He's either like the old lady that we encountered, or he's one of those doppelganger guys. I think he's one of those doppelganger guys because he was saying he was hungry. And remember when we encountered the doppelganger guys, they were super hungry. Remember when we had those weird dreams? It was like all teeth and gnashing, and it was hungry. So I think that guy's a doppelganger. I think he's bad, and I don't think that it's the SSA that's going to invade. I don't think it's the SSA that's going to invade England. I think it's going to be the French.
Stupid France.
Well, is there any way to take out a doppelganger?
Fire.
I believe that gentleman we met when Lola died just basically set him on fire and melted him.
Do we just set
I
this
don't know if
building
was
on?
that thing a rocket
we-
launcher?
Do we commit arson? Is that what we need to do right now? Is
if-
just commit arson?
If we kill the King of France, then that guarantees that they're gonna invade. That could be why they invade, is because we killed the King of France. That's why we need to get out of here.
Can we leave at least a warning for our friends here
Well, yeah,
before
we
we
get in
fail?
the truck.
Yeah, like
we go out the gate. Then we go out. We tell the colonel. We say, "Hey, peace out, buddy. You're on your own. But the King of France is a monster. He's probably the one that's going to invade you." And then we leave, and we lock all the gates behind us.
Chewie is the
seems
best
really
coward
extreme.
Chewie's not a coward. Chewie is smart. We are not equipped to fight to deal with that, and he's a king.
Oh, where's real world Eric when you need him?
He knows more about what this is going on than we do, and he's currently the king. Like, how else are we gonna deal with that guy?
I mean, we should at least tell the brigadier.
Yeah. But that involves us getting in the truck and getting the hell out of Paris. There could be more of them.
Do they travel in packs?
We don't know.
We don't.
Okay.
We've only ever encountered a single one.
Got it.
That's what ate Lola.
Okay, I don't want to get eaten, so I guess I'm with Chewie on this one. We probably should get out of here. And if we can figure out another way to help these people in the meantime.
Guys, just to point out, and I don't want to sound like a coward here because I'm not a coward. I'm really smart and I'm really vicious and I'm a predator and nothing scares me. But he was trying to probe my mind.
Right. He's a monster. Monster, bad.
I don't know what that was. When I read Lola, that she wasn't like that.
Gatto, what do you think we should do? Gatto, what do you think we should do?
Well, I'm all for not being here. These are your friends, not mine.
Outvoted. Let's go. Truck. Roll out.
Well, I'm not saying we don't have to leave. I'm just trying to figure out what our plan of action is after we leave.
If we lock the gates, would this guy be able to get out at all? Like if he's Fringeworthy?
We don't think so.
If he had a key.
But if
Maybe,
you got a key,
no.
you can't. We don't have. There's no way to open it on the other side. The console's on the other side.
If he knows where the control room is in Venezuela.
But if he's Fringeworthy, he could have gone through any of these gates, so he might know where the gates are. There could be monsters on the side in England side too. We need to warn the brigadier about that too.
Yep. All this is happening while we're driving, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You guys take the limo back to the consulate, and you guys can get in your truck and just leave.
Yes.
That seems to
Okay.
be the group consensus. Okay.
So you're driving out of Paris the same route you took back to Essen. It's going to be a
Yes.
6-hour trip, just a reference.
Yes.
At some point, I change back into normal clothes in the back of the truck.
Just for reference, you've been on this world for 52 hours.
Is this a record for how quickly things have blown up in a single world, or?
Oh no! We pissed off the old lady really quick,
Okay.
Yeah.
and then we shot her a whole lot.
Well, then she put us on an island, and there was time dilation on the island. So it was only like a day and a half on the island, but it was like 3 months where she was.
But when you guys got back, only the short amount of time had passed.
Okay. Well, I guess for now we're just driving and getting the hell back out of here.
Okay, if that's the plan, I just need I need Chewie to make me a tracking roll to find the portal again.
Okay.
Tracking.
I mean,
I rolled
Yeah,
a
because
7.
you have to go back the way you came.
I
Or
rolled
sorry, survival.
Survival. What is survival?
No, it's tracking roll. It's intelligence plus your level, and I think Chewie. Yeah,
I mean,
tracking is a 7.
Well, I rolled a 7.
All right, so 14. All right, you're pretty confident what you're doing.
so it shouldn't be too hard because there should be, giant tire tracks through the forest.
Yeah.
You still have to spot them on the side of the road.
Yeah.
But you're gonna drive for 6 hours on basically country roads for a good chunk of this in the dark. So eventually you find the tire tracks. The difficulty wasn't that high, and you're able to pull off and head through the forest, hopefully slowly because that's not safe. Hopefully the king didn't follow you. Oh, when you guys go back through the checkpoint, do you do the same thing? You just blow
Yes.
right through it?
100%. Blow right through it. They're putting the thing back together. We blow right through it. Then the two. Oh, Zootalors! Our gate.
Sorry,
A little
guys.
homage.
It's definitely like totally like um a Monty Python thing. Like they're
Yeah.
literally just hammering it back together, and
we stripes it.
It's a
Yeah.
homage to Stripes. It's now complete. If you haven't seen Stripes, folks, go watch it. It's hilarious. Anyway, so you guys eventually get back to the portal, and I'm assuming you pull through, and you're back on the platform.
All right, we get back on the platform. First goal, lock the gate.
Okay, make sure and mark that on your map.
Yep. Where's my map? That one.
You pull onto the platform. I'll have to check for this. Hey, all right. It is currently raining on the platform.
gooey rain.
It is raining the multicolored vinegar goo rain. Now,
Don't touch that.
Yuki hasn't
Yuki, don't touch that.
seen this, and it wasn't in their reports, but it's apparently it looks like it's a ball of slime about palm size. It's different colors, all colors of the rainbow, and they're just falling from space, and they're hitting the platform, and they just cover everything, and they're covering the truck
Don't touch it, Yuki.
for
It hurts.
covering the Humvee.
Yeah, it's got paint stripper in it.
Is the truck gonna be okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the truck's fine, but it's gonna ruin the paint. But that's okay.
Oh.
I say spray paint the paint. Just spray paint. We'll take care of that later. Right now, the important thing is locking this gate, and
Okay.
then going and letting the guys know in England land what's going on, leaving, and then locking all the rest of these gates. So yeah, somebody's got to go out in that rain. I guess it's got to be me because yeah. Well,
Do we have any protective gear for you not to get paint thinner on yourself?
Yeah, we got it in the truck, which is in Volcano Land, which is
Yeah.
that doesn't take too long. Okay. I mean, I got this fancy wool suit, and I'm never gonna wear it again. So who cares, right? It'll ruin the suit. Big deal. And now all I need is a hat. I can do this. We got helmets in the truck, so I put on my helmet. I got my fancy suit.
Okay.
It's thick and made out of wool. What's the worst that could happen? I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna run out of the truck. I'm gonna go and lock the gate, and then I'm gonna run back.
As a concern, but she's not sure what else to tell you.
Can't be any worse than like brake cleaner. I get brake cleaner on my hands all the time.
Oh dear.
Okay, you're going to take 6 points of damage, and that's after your helmet. Just it stings a lot. But your suit is going to be completely ruined.
Yeah, so figured.
It's almost comical the way it looks. So I'm just going to go in and mark it under injuries. That's person. That's Chewy. So I'm marking under critical injuries, so you're -6. Yeah, type 6. Just to reference. Okay. So yeah, it's things. And it's not just singing, it's ow, 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 ow kind of singing. You get back in the truck and oh my God, he reeks of vinegar. The strongest vinegar you've ever smelled.
Mm.
Gonna have to throw you in a baking soda bath.
All right, get the truck through the England gate, and all right, yeah,
While we're there, you take a bath.
all right,
Change your clothes.
yeah, put on proper clothes. Yeah, so we gotta go tell the brigadier what's going on. Give him the information that we have. Tell him that the King of France is a monster, and that it's probably the King of France is going to invade, and he's going to do terrible things. And good luck, because we are way out of our environment now. Yeah,
We don't know how to fight monsters.
not monsters that also king. Like if he was just a monster like that old lady, then yeah, we could gun him down. But you can't just go gun down the king. That would make the situation even worse.
This is a job for people
James
that
Bond.
have undercover police and stuff. Maybe you should call the Kremlin. I don't know.
I'll tell you all a story about something similar from a prior campaign in this game after the game. Not on stream. Very similar.
I think you need to get the KGB involved or something, so you can blame it on Russia.
So, just to recap, you guys are going through the portal into the UK. You drive through in the truck, which is now has all of its paint peeled off at this point, and it's just this dull gray. Drive across the grass, and you pull up to locate the observatory, and you know the routine to get inside, and they let you in, and the major's like, you're back awful quick. Did you actually make it to Paris?
Moon's haunted. Gotta go.
Moon's haunted. Gotta go. You want me to get the brigadier? He's in office.
Yeah. We need to talk to the brigadier because this is bad news. Yeah. It's not the moon. France is haunted. There's a monster in charge, and he's gonna do something bad. He's the one who's gonna invade you, not the SSA. You might want to. As much as that's a terrible thing to say, but maybe you want to like ally with the SSA because France is in charge. They got a monster in charge. A monster, not like a bad guy, not like a crazy man or something like that, but like an actual a monster.
Let me get the brigadier. He looks at you like you're absolutely crazy because well, it's Chewy and he's on a ramble. Just come with me. I will take you to his office, and I'll see if I can get you in. He walks to the office, knocks, pokes his head inside. Oh yes, send them in. He's sitting at his desk. There's a huge plate of food, and he's kind of scarfed, and he's probably working late. What is it? Did you make it? Did your plane make it to France? We heard there was an issue on the runway.
Oh no, the plane blew up. Obviously, the
Yeah.
planes are terrible. But we still got to France. We took the truck and we went through the gate and we got to France and we met your guys in France and they're kind of jerks. But hey, whatever. They're under a high stress situation. That's kind of understandable. I forgive them. You probably give them all raises. But then we found Eric from Portugal and 1949 Eric, which is kind of suspect to me. But what are you gonna do? And then they introduced us the king, and we took Gerald to meet the king. The king's a monster. He's Fringeworthy. He knows what's going on. He's going to do something really terrible. He's probably going to invade. He's probably going to invade you. He's definitely not going to become your ally. And so we got the hell out of there because he knows that he knows that we know that he knows. And now terrible things are going to happen. But the good news is we locked the gate, so he can't get out of Europe. At least like he can't get out of Europe, but he could go somewhere else and get out, which would be bad. Which is why we're going to lock all the rest of the gates. Including yours. But if we send somebody back, when we send he's your son, isn't he? Like that guy is your son, right?
Yes.
So we'll send your son back, right? I mean, unless you prefer he stays someplace safe, because he's definitely safer where we're at. But and we'll get you a book on explosive and jet engines and stuff, so you can help fight. But like there's not going to be a whole lot that just the four of us can do. Or even there's only three of us. There's even worse. There's only three of us because we don't have Eric.
That's a lot to take in. So this king is the king of France is some kind of creature.
Okay, so you remember there used to be a lady with us, Lady Platinum, and she was really great, right? Well, what we didn't know is that there was a monster that got inside her and took her shape and was masquerading as her for this whole time. We didn't even know that, and then it attacked us, and we were lucky enough to find this guy who knew about these things, and he blew her up. But it was not her. It was definitely a monster inside, and they are shape changers, and they can take they can make themselves look like anybody, and I don't know what they want yet because we're still kind of new to this, but they're definitely dangerous, and that guy wanted to do something bad. He's angry,
So
and he
the
does not
king of
like us.
France, king of France is a shapeshifter. Interesting.
Yes,
And you say he's going to actually do bad things to us?
Yes.
I think so. We do not have 100% backup perfect facts, but we do think you are in danger.
I'm gonna look at the newspaper. What's the newspaper say now?
Oh, you pull in who's carrying the newspaper, by the way?
I don't know.
I would assume I'm the one who has it because I've been looking
Okay,
at it.
you unfold the piece you have, and it's not what you guys saw before.
Uh-oh.
And it says, "The Socialist States of America brings socialism to fascist United Kingdom.
Oh,
With the aid of France, the Socialist States of America have brought true victory and wonderful." It goes on. You can obviously propaganda.
more.
It's dated June 12th.
That's tomorrow?
It's currently the 1st of June.
Okay.
Dated June 12th.
Look, okay, so here's our
So you guys say anything in front of the brigadier? That's my question. Or has Yuki just shown it to everybody or just looked at it herself?
She's looking at it first and it kind of has this look of shock, and then she looks at the two of you and is like, we fucked up big time. And then shows the two of you before we show the brigadier.
well, I don't know if this means that we screwed up or that Brigadier is not going to screw up. I mean, I think we should show him
Yeah, I think so.
because there's still potential to change this.
What do you mean? You think you should show me? Show me.
Yuki shows him. There's no reason not to.
Looks at it. He obviously reading it multiple times, back and forth, back and forth. And
Is it still in French?
no, It's in English. It's the London Times. This is disturbing. It's been 11 days. That means whatever's going to happen is going to happen soon.
You could call James Bond, send him,
You keep referencing this James Bond. I don't know what you're talking about.
send a spy to assassinate the King of England. Ideally, light
The
him on
King of
fire.
France. The King of France.
Excuse me, the King of France. Kill the King of France before he can do this.
Also, are we under Queen Elizabeth or her father?
You're under King George, yes, her father.
Okay. I couldn't remember if we'd established that or not.
That's going to be difficult. And I suppose we have no choice.
Probably want to start making good friends with Spain and Germany
Well, we have
and
according
Portugal.
to Sir Bevan. He's made alliances with Germany and Portugal, and he's working on one with Spain with the hopes to bring around France. But if France is assisting the SSA, this is going to not go well. France is one of the largest established armies in Europe.
But you guys got a lot of boats, right?
Not enough. And if the SSA is using planes, it's going to be quick and quite ugly. Well, we're going to have to fight back. I mean, I'll take your recommendation or advisement, but if the King of France is obviously some kind of monster, how am I going to actually have any kind of intelligence agent get in there and kill him? If the three of you can't do it, then
Well, let me be clear. Like we could do it. Like I give you a gun, you can shoot him. But it isn't that we couldn't do it. It's that if we had done it, it would have made things worse. Because like if three British negotiators just gunned down the King of England like right in the middle of a big place, like no matter what. I mean, I guess if he exposed himself as a monster, then like people might not have been so angry. But still, I think that they would probably be pretty angry. Like if we gunned down the King of England right there in the middle of a big old party, right?
oh yes, definitely. That would have been very bad.
We didn't want to cause international incident while things were still tenuous.
Well, there's going to be an international incident according to your newspaper, which we've established that does change based on what you're doing. So the plan is to just leave us here.
All right. What if?
I'm not going to try and guilt you. It's your choice. It's your life. But
We can't
a
just
lot
leave.
of people are going to die.
All right. Okay. Crazy story time. Crazy idea time. Right. We already tried the crazy cat idea. Okay. Here's a new crazy idea. What if we took the truck and we loaded up with explosives that looked like they were from France, and we took the truck and we went to Wilson City and we exploded a bunch of explosives in Wilson City like they were French, and then set up an international incident between the SSA and the French, and then made them go to war. And even if it didn't exactly work, like it would probably change whatever the newspaper said. We got 12 days.
You got 11 days.
11 days.
11 days until the newspaper comes out. So the action could happen in 5 to 6 days or less.
Yeah, we go to Wilson City and we make it look like the French attacked them. We blow something up, or because like I got lots of explosives, right? But we need to make it look like it was the French, and then then we see what that does to the newspaper. I mean, at this point, we can just throw stuff at the wall and just see which, like, we just keep changing stuff until the newspaper says something that's not so bad.
I mean, I suppose that works.
It's better than doing nothing because we know in 12 days this is going to happen anyway. So, or 11 days, sorry. Uh, shit. Okay. Yeah, because otherwise, if we try to do a targeted attack on France to take this king out, I feel like that's just going to incite the war further.
Mm-hmm.
I think no matter what we do, we need to keep an eye on this newspaper as we go, just to make sure the dates don't change closer.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
Should have just let him kill Hitler.
We probably should have let him just kill Hitler. This is our keepers. Oh dear.
Could have just taken the newspaper and walked away.
yeah, but what would have been the fun in that?
Problem with Fringeworthy is the Blinovitch limitation effect is not in play. That's a Doctor Who reference. I don't expect you to get it.
Uh, I mean, I
If we keep
guess.
going back and going back and going back, it's gonna cause all kinds of issues.
I guess we could try to blame France for something. But then what if they just get mad and blow everybody else up and not the SSA?
I mean, is it better than doing nothing?
What we have to do is we have to get the king to say, let them eat cake, and then the French will take care of them by themselves.
Okay, it was slightly more complicated by that. I know you're not a historian, but let me explain it was slightly more complicated. And also, we don't even know if she actually said that.
Yeah, I thought the French were good at revolutions. What the hell?
Apparently not here.
Yeah, they haven't had it here.
I know, it's very disappointing. There must not be Robespierre in this world.
You know what we need to do? We need to find Rasputin, and we need to have Rasputin tell them things. Would he still be alive? I forget when Rasputin was alive.
Cassidy, Rasputin was with Russia, not France.
Yeah, but he has magical powers. I know, I saw Hellboy.
Oh man.
I mean, at this point, Chewie's like, yeah, and I think I'm kind of okay with just leaving, like, because I think we caused enough damage, honestly. But if we go, we're cool. I'm locking all them gates.
I think at this point we need to offer our plan to the brigadier, and if he is like it's worth a shot, we go for it, and if not, then we just figure out another plan or we leave.
So, what do you suggest? I'm kind of at a wit's end with this. I don't think we can stop it by getting to the King of France. I don't think we can stop him by shoring up our defenses fast enough. I can't do a lot in 6 to 10 days.
Yeah.
So my only plan, and this is a crazy one. Let's be honest, and I'm willing to back out on this one. Like if you say so, because you're the military guy and you're kind of an expert on this. Is we can travel from here. We can travel to Wilson City like instantly, right? And so like, hear me out. What if we made it look like the French attacked Wilson City, like blew something up, maybe sunk a boat. I don't know. I got a ton of explosives in the other truck, and I could easily blow up a boat. So let's say we did something, blew something up in Wilson City, made it look like the French did it, and that's where I need a little bit of help is figuring out how to frame the French for this, and then turn the SSA and the French against each other, and then they can fight it out, and then the monster, maybe the SSA will kill the monster, or either way, it'll let you have some breathing room so that we can help you build some better defenses and hopefully fight them.
Jill, I made a silent check for you and sent you some information.
Okay.
Okay, so your plan is to go blow something up in the SSA.
I mean, I'm just saying we need to frame the French for doing something against. We need to set the French and the SSA against each other, right? Like it's a classic. Turn your enemies against each other. They did it in all the movies, right? And and so like then they're fighting and they're too busy, and once one of them is weak, then you come in and stab them in the back and take over, or or you just wait and let them kill each other. Like that works too. I don't know what to do about the monster in France, but I think if they're too busy fighting the SSA, then we're probably in a better place. And then we can get you like some better bombs and some better radar and stuff like that. Because like if you guys had some microchips and things, then you could have much better equipment. And get you maybe some guided missiles or Patriot missile system or something like that to shoot down planes.
That's crazy enough that it might actually work. I don't
So we're
understand
gonna
what
do
equipment you're talking about.
terrorism and blame it on France.
Okay, so what equipment do you want to blame it on France? I have uniform. I can get uniforms. I can get a flag. That'd be really weird. Um, I can probably get you some weapons.
You have a French submarine.
I do.
But a French submarine would not get us through. Wouldn't get us. We can't get the French submarine through a gate.
You couldn't get it through the gate. The gate leads to an alley.
Yeah, we can't even get the truck through the gate.
No, but we could have the French submarine attack an SSA vessel.
Oh.
I feel like I've heard this happen before.
Yeah.
Don't we? Yeah, we shoot the Listania, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not the Listania because that's
No, not the
British.
Lusitania. Also, I would try to avoid civilian deaths if possible.
We shoot
I
the
also have no
American
idea.
Listania.
I have no idea if there is a Lusitania. Also, that would be not work because we're British. So,
So
does the SSA have cruise ships?
You don't know.
No, but we could use a French submarine go on a suicide attack against an SSA vessel.
Okay, we do have a French submarine. I think I can get it marshaled in a day or two. We just need to find one of their ships.
Yeah,
Well, if they're going to invade, they can't be that far away.
exactly.
exactly.
And weren't we working on the radar previously? So maybe our radar is better in finding the ships.
Well, we can only see, but I can get it ready to go.
Okay.
Then while you three do your other plan. You guys know that none of the three of you have actually seen what's on the other side of the gate for Wilson City. Only Sadie has, and
Yeah.
Sadie's not around anymore.
I wish Sadie was here. Sadie would be able to do with this. Sadie, sucker punch these guys.
I don't think that would help in this instance, but
I don't know. You should have seen Sadie kick somebody. Like she kicked their head right off.
Like, literally.
so in that case, we could have had Sadie dress up as a French person and then have them kick some Americans head off.
Yes.
I'm French. I'm retired.
Hello, King of France. Nice to meet you. Kawam. That's Sadie for you.
Yep.
All right, so we get the submarine, we fire the missiles, and then we take a nap.
This all seems to work. We can only see. All right, you work on your plan. I'll work on this one.
All right.
It's our plan.
What is our plan?
The
Yeah, what is
explosives.
our plan?
You told
Well,
him
you're
that your plan was the explosives in Wilson City.
Yeah.
Actually, you told him.
Yeah, so if we fill the submarine with submarines, we can also put that in. But yeah, we could do both things. If we have multiple attacks, then it's going to be more likely that they'll blame the French. So let's plan our attack on Wilson City, and then they
So
can plan submarine
How do we
explosion.
make our Wilson City attack look French? Like, do we just put a little mustache on it and give it a croissant?
I have French uniform and French weapons that I can give you.
We can use that, put French plates on the truck. I don't know how the French truck would be. Well, actually, that doesn't matter because if we're in the SSA,
We can't take the truck to Wilson City.
yeah, okay.
We'll have to go on foot.
But we can do an attack in Wilson City as the French, pretending to be French, and leave the French weapon behind
Mm-hmm.
and like stage it so it looks like the French did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What if we set multiple bombs, and at least one of them was a French bomb, and we mess up and it doesn't go off, so they can find the unexploded French bomb, and then they'll know that the explosives were provided by the French. And if they also hear that the French submarine blew up one of their boats, then yeah. Or maybe what if we did like some French? Because I can speak French. Well, okay. Will they hear if I talk on the radio in French? Well, I don't know, but we could put some French transmissions on the radio, or maybe send a French telegram or a phone call, or we could call the president of the SSA and say, "Zoot lors, you are dirty Americans."
And you don't eat croissants.
Yeah.
Chewie has learned from your experience with the translators that you can't try to speak French because it's going to come out whatever language you'll
Right.
understand it to be.
Right. Well, that's a problem.
Brigadier, you got anybody who speaks French here?
Of course.
But we can't take them through the gate.
Oh.
Otherwise, I would just get a bunch of commandos, like in the movies. The British got the best commandos, and we would just take them through the gate, and we'd go and blow some stuff up in France. We just go to France and blow some stuff up if we could get some commandos through the gate. But we can't do that because I've seen all the movies, and the British commandos are the best.
But we can do fake radio transmissions from here. Send fake telegrams.
That I can do, yes. We can create that kind of support for what you're doing. That shouldn't be too difficult at all. We'll use that submarine as a target.
Yeah, if you sent a signal to the submarine and said now or Zoutalors, fire the torpedoes in French, so that people knew that that the French activated it, then yeah, that might help too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can definitely try that. All right. So again, the three of you go plan what you need to plan for your side of things. I don't think I need to hear it, but I have my plan that we have worked out. I think that should be a problem. That shouldn't be a problem. Just let me know when you're leaving, so we can get started on this.
All right. How much time do you need? We should do them at the same time or close to the same time.
I need at least 24 hours to get the sub up and ready and out to where we can actually hopefully find one of their ships or two of their ships, preferably, with your advanced radar that you built. Because again, they can't be far away.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So 24 hours, you can start launching what you're going to launch and have the submarine do the attack, and then you can do other things.
All right. Yeah, that sounds like a good start.
All right.
All right. We have a plan.
I'll have the I'll send I'll detail my men out to where the portal is, just to wait in case you need to come through and need anything.
Yeah. You should have somebody stationed at the portal all the time, so that when we need stuff, we can come through. Or if something goes bad, then we can come through. But yeah, and so hopefully it doesn't rain when we get through the gate, because that was kind of inconvenient. And I don't want to have to go out in the rain again. So we're gonna have to go. Okay, so it's gonna take a few hours because we got to go to the other gate, and we got to go to the truck to get the explosives and any other equipment that we need.
Like I said, we're gonna need 24 hours to set this up, so you have time.
Well, we got time to do that. That's what we should do now. Or maybe we should take a nap because I'm tired.
Hey, you all are pretty tired.
I mean, we can do both those things.
Well, we
Okay,
have
first we take a nap and then we fire some missiles.
Yes.
we have a room you can go sleep in. That shouldn't be a problem. So with that said, how about we just say that we're going to take our 10-minute break while you all are sleeping for the next 8-9 hours.
All right.
Sound good.
All right, so we'll see y'all back in 10 minutes. Okay, we're back for part 2 tonight of Fringeworthy. So when we last saw our characters, they had actually with no cliffhanger at the break. So they can breathe in, eat this live reef, and get 8 hours of sleep that they desperately need. It's been a long day and a half. Even with naps on the road to and from Essen, it's still been a long day and a half. So you all actually go conk out, and so does Gerald, but he sleeps all the time. So he comes in and lays down on top of Chewie because that's his main source of warmth. And you all just crash. Nothing needed to help you sleep there.
All right.
You're awoken actually quickly, but you don't know how long it's been. You guys didn't get the dream. It feels like you guys fall asleep and you're woken back up by one of the soldiers. The brigadier had me come get you. You need to go to his office right now,
Oh no.
all of you.
All
Is
right.
everything okay?
I think you should hear everything from him.
Okay. Uh, Yuki's gonna glance at her newspaper as they're walking.
Nothing's changed.
Okay.
And you get to his office. The guy escorts you to his office, and you hear telephones ringing inside of the brigadier's office. Not one, but probably two or three.
Uh-oh.
And you walk in, and he's actually got two phones, one in his hand and one to his ear. And he's saying, just keep monitoring, just keep monitoring. I have it on the line. Just stay calm. I'll keep you down the desk open. Just if you say anything, I'll check in with you in just a moment. He looks at you and puts his hand up. Don't fire. Keep getting the submarine ready. We're still going through with this plan. I don't care how close they are. I think
Uh-oh.
they may have stepped things up or it's about to happen soon.
Oh.
So
Oh, shit.
we're trying to still ramp up the French attack, and maybe we can find a way to make it work. We'll see. But I think your group needs to go now in case things get worse in the next couple hours.
All right. Let's do it.
I'll send an escort back with you, and they can wait. They can wait in the woods.
Okay.
That's all I can tell you. We'll try our best not to have anything bad happen. I wish you all the luck. I think we're all going to need it.
I'm sorry we couldn't do more to help you now.
So, do we have French bombs?
Yes, I've got French uniforms. I don't have French explosives, but like I said, I have uniforms. I have patches. I have things like that. I'm sure they won't understand your explosives, so it could be something strange and new to them. And I'll let you figure that out.
Mhm.
The three of you are smarter than I am when it comes to this science, this fictional science. I still don't understand all of it, but I trust you.
Well, if we don't have French weaponry, we can still make it look like the French if we use the uniforms
Oh,
and again, there's other tools to make it sound like it's us.
oh, I do have the grease gun. You can take
Oh,
that.
perfect. Yeah, let's take that.
That's a French grease gun, right?
Oh, Bob, you're muted.
That's a French gun?
It's what we call a grease gun, but they're French made.
All right.
You recall that the officers at the gate you crashed through twice were carrying those. They're carrying submachine guns
Sorry, guys.
with the long barrel on them. Well,
Okay.
again, I wish you all the best of luck. Take
You
care.
as well. Take care.
Let's do this, I guess.
Okay, back to the portal, I guess. You get back to the portal. You go through it. The soldiers are setting up a small bivouac next to where the portal is, or where they were told it is. They're just told to sit out here with you while you disappear into the dark woods. Whatever. We're soldiers. We're not supposed to understand. They just do their job. Okay, so once you get through the portal onto the platform, what's the plan?
Okay, so we need to go from this portal. It's going to take a while. We need to go from this portal to the other portal, go to the volcano land, get all our supplies from the big truck, explosives, and then head to Wilson City.
Okay. So you pull back through. You drive the 50 miles back to the alternate platform. You go to the volcano, um, volcano gate, volcano portal. You go through. You don't drive through. You walk through. Again, there's the truck. The timer on the volcano panel has not moved. And what are you taking from the truck? We need a full list because you have to be able to carry this.
All the explosives that can fit in a backpack. Plastic
Yep.
explosives, detonators,
C4 detonators.
radio detonators. I don't want to take any equipment that has American or Russian logos or text on it. Just in case any of it gets lost, we don't want to implicate the wrong people.
Okay, so no medical kit. Note the weapons you're taking. No chainsaw.
Yeah, so we're taking the French weapons that they gave us.
The three grease guns. No lip balm. Well, actually, go through on this list. And I want you guys to pull it together for yourself. I'll make note of the explosives, but there's a ton of other things here too you might want to take.
We only want to take. Well, we need to take some medicine just in case something happens. So we need to take emergency kit, but besides that, we shouldn't take anything that can be identified from the future, or that could potentially be identified as either Russian or British.
Okay, here we go. You have 20 pounds of C4 with integral detonators.
Oh, we have night vision goggles.
You do have night vision goggles.
Oh, we can totally ninja this.
The RPG launchers, the creative grenades, which have 10 in there.
Okay, we need grenades.
The thermite you designed.
Thermite.
4 pounds of thermite.
Do we have claymore mines?
No.
Good night vision goggles gives us a
Actually a good idea.
ridiculous advantage.
The thing is, they are battery powered and you have to charge them up.
Oh. I don't have any easy way to charge stuff.
Not if we want to do this quickly.
However, the time difference. Remember the time difference between portals and where that is.
Yeah.
You were just in the UK. It was really late. It was actually not too late at night. But you all have to figure out the time difference.
Oh, I need a lock picking set. I've got my lock picks.
Are you taking any RPG launchers?
No. I don't think that's big and conspicuous.
Just the grease guns, not taking your pistols or anything heavy duty.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that because the Webley pistol is a British pistol. I don't want to carry that.
Nope.
So,
you have a Glock 17.
Glock 17 that's going to have Austrian markings on it. I guess that's okay. If you guys have Berettas are good.
I think we have Berettas.
Italian-made pistols. Definitely don't want to take the AKs or the M4s.
Well, mind you, the AKs, that's a futuristic gun.
Yeah, but they're going to have Russian markings on them because they're Russian surplus. So.
That's true. They have Russian surplus, so yeah.
We want this to look like it's French, and why would the French be using Russian guns? Even if they're Russian futuristic guns.
You do have two-way radios.
Radios would be, we'll need radios.
But they're battery powered. They'll need to charge them. That'll take at least an hour in sunlight. Electric chainsaw, because that's funny.
That's definitely need the chainsaw.
It's electric.
Not
It's a
sure
charge.
why we would need the chainsaw, but sure.
I also don't know why we have an electric chainsaw over a gas-powered chainsaw.
Porting the gas is difficult. Is more complex than porting a solar charger. Mountain bikes, but those are futuristic apparently for those folks. I'm just going through the list and see if I can find anything else. You have the camp. No, you destroyed the camp stove. That's got to come off. Remember, a lot of this equipment that's stuff that Sadie put on your list and then actually folded into there.
Yeah, yeah.
If she was thinking survival.
Mm-hmm.
You lost your military radios. You tore apart those to build the radar stuff.
Mm-hmm.
U.S. Air Force, but that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, the Air Force doesn't exist.
Whistles, canteens, energy bars, lots of matches, creative matches, multi-tools,
Oh, here we go.
binoculars.
Survival knife, leather gloves, steel Zippo lighters, although that's American, but it's,
Yeah, but everybody would have had
yeah.
Zippos.
Whistles. Of course, we got backpacks. We don't plan on staying long enough to need food or water.
You do have an axe. That was Sadie's, but left behind, and an axe, and then a hatchet.
Pocket multi-tool.
I think you all have one of those.
Binoculars. Yeah. First aid kit.
You have your armor. Are you taking your armor with you, or are you going through with what little clothes you have?
Can we wear the armor underneath the French clothing?
No, and your French suit is completely ruined.
This has to be a
we have
stealth
French.
mission.
We have French uniforms, right?
You have French uniforms, yes.
So we could wear the body armor over French uniforms, and they'd still have their little France patch. Also, we just leave our little France patches all over the place, and they go, "Oh my God, France!"
I mean, we were joking about throwing croissants, but having food that is specifically French would be nice if we were able to. But
and your grenades. Are you taking any of those?
Yes.
You're taking all 10?
Yes. Split up between us.
Who's carrying how much? Make sure you guys note all that stuff because I'm gonna have to keep track of it.
Zip ties.
Because I mean, we want to get in and out very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Bolt cutters on my list. Yes.
Those are rather big, but yes.
They can go in a backpack though.
There we go.
Stick out a little bit.
All right. Basically, all this shit from Chewy's list here. So we've got Swiss Army knife, handcuff keys, lockpick set, crowbar, bolt cutters, thermite plastic explosives, paracord, electrical tape. That's all going in my bag.
Okay, y'all got personal gear tabs on your character sheets. Go ahead and put that data in there.
Okay.
That way you have track. You can easily keep track of it all.
So how are we splitting up these?
I see Cassie's got theirs filled already. Okay.
Yep. Well, that's what's in my backpack all the time.
Right. Oh, it says calipers. I thought it said calliope. I'm like, how are you a calliope? Gotta take that switchboard. You never know. I apologize for those watching. They're gonna have to actually plan this out, and it's gonna take a lot of equipment. So it may not be as exciting for the next few minutes.
Okay, so how many grenades are there?
There are 10.
There are 10. How are we splitting this up?
I think we should each take 3.
Okay.
Okay. 3 grenades.
Grenades. I want to make sure I have pliers from the toolkit, mechanics gloves. I'm actually gonna dump some of the stuff out of my backpack that I know I don't need to take with me. I don't think I need a folding cribbage board to do this attack. So I have more room to carry important stuff.
What else do we have to split up?
How are we splitting up all the C4 and fuses and stuff?
Just evenly between us, I guess.
That's not how you spell that word.
What are you highlighting on your sheet, Allison?
That's the stuff I'm gonna leave in the truck.
Okay,
But I don't want to pull it off because I don't want
that's fine. I get
for
it.
it to get lost to the universe.
Excuse me.
Bless you. Meanwhile, I have to pull up my notes about Wilson City. Jeez. I thought you'd never go there.
Chip, get down.
Don't got a choice. Of course, we could just leave. This is also an option. Is we could just peace out and be like, yeah, we tried, but we failed. Sorry, guys.
We are not
just-
doing
and
that.
then lock all the gates. I'm just saying it's an option.
I know it's an option. If shit goes bad, then we hightail it out of there. But we gotta try.
I mean, we did kind of cause this problem.
I understand
Yeah.
that. Now we want to leave it.
We could make things worse.
Do we have just bottled water or do we just have canteens and stuff?
You have canteens, yes.
Okay.
And good luck
I-
explaining this all to Eric too, by the way.
I am gonna fill up a canteen from our buckets of water in the truck to take with me
That's a good idea. I'm gonna do the same thing.
because we probably will need some. We could need water for anything.
I like to point out to the audience that they're planning on going to Wilson City and the SSA, and the SSA is a very bad place. It's a severely segregated society. Their people are still indentured servants. They don't use the slave word anymore since it's an international community. But it's a very bad place if you're not white. Imagine pre-civil rights America. And it was not a pleasant place to be. So I'm just giving everyone who's watching and the players a content warning.
Probably for
Is
the
this-
best.
This could be intentionally bad. It's not as bad as the Hitler, who's potentially a Chancellor Hitler, potentially a good guy, thing that made Bob real. No, I don't want to save Hitler. Here. Okay. How's this moving on?
Okay.
I can look at your sheets, but
Okay, I think
in your equipment sheets, I'm assuming are going to contain the weapons on your sheet and the armor on your sheet, except for the high end stuff like the ARs. And are you taking the shotguns?
Or a
You
shotgun.
have Mossberg shotguns,
No.
I
Well,
believe.
Mossbergs are
Italian.
aren't they? Oh, we can take that.
Mhm.
Let's see. You have Mossberg. I think you guys
Armalite.
want Chewie doesn't have any shotguns, but that's not
I
a
mean,
worry right
we
now.
we should take the French guns if we can. Like,
Oh yeah, definitely take the French guns. Well, and these we just add up. I'm just checking to make certain. Yeah, Chewie doesn't have that either. Okay. Cassie has a Koliznikov and a Beretta. Cassie has a Beretta, so there you go.
I have a pistol.
Yeah, your pistol is. Huh. I don't. You have a shotgun. I don't have a pistol listed. Oh, Armalite.
Yeah, my Armalite.
Armalite AR-42. I don't think there's a comparison to that in 1940s.
but
Probably not.
it's got American text all over it.
It has English
It's
on it.
definitely not French.
Let me just check, actually. L-I-T-E. Just curious about the company.
Armalite's American.
I'm just curious, actually, how long it's been around. Well, they have the pretty tactical rifles.
Did you know there is a firearm wiki? I just found this out.
They're
All the things I found out researching my character for this game.
There you go. Wow. Yeah, Armalite was founded in 2011.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is going to be totally alien to anybody.
Well,
So,
if it was, wait, it's from 2011?
yeah, but yeah, we're just fudging that.
Okay. It's totally unknown to us too.
Yeah, I didn't realize that when I filled out the sheet. So,
That's fine.
hey, it's an alternate. It's not our Earth. It's 2008. It's
We
not
just
our
have
personal Earth.
we have their test models.
Sure. Nothing fancy. Okay. Back, let me just pull that up.
No, Armalite's been around a lot longer than 2011. Founded
Sure.
1954.
Okay, I think our front page said 2011. Maybe I just didn't read far enough.
I mean, they designed the M16.
Let's see. Okay. The M3. Well, the M3 are American, but they've also been made by other people. Yeah, the grease gun was actually created for the U.S. Army, but they spread so fast, so it's easy to say that the French probably made them because they're heavily advanced here. Can't imagine why. How could the French have advanced so much in the
Because
past
they got
few
an
years?
alien in
Can't
charge
imagine.
of their country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the grease guns are scary because basically they fire 45 caliber rounds.
Mm-hmm.
They look dinky, but they're not.
Chip.
Some points up from the chat. Let's see. Glocks are polymer and Striker fired rather futuristic. Mossberg is American. Benelli is Italian. That's what the distinction was.
Mm.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate the information.
Thank you.
No, history nerds are fine. We appreciate it. I can't know everything, and neither can we all.
As a history nerd, I appreciate all the history nerds because I don't know guns. I work in pre-modern shit.
Oh, and then the history of firearms is actually kind of interesting, but it's just so much to pick up over the past 150 years. Ooh. It's the quote unquote ancient firearms that are they're really interesting how they're built.
We need a blunderbuss.
No, we don't.
You can go off about rifles in the 1700s and how they actually work when they were first built, because they were futuristic weapons when you made rifles, because rifling was a crazy idea. Okay, we're gonna develop this screw down the center of the barrel, and this rifling is gonna make this bullet straighter. What? Yeah, wire locks to my mind. There's a lot of crazy shit in that history. All right, so how we doing on our lists?
I think I got everything.
Yep, good to go.
Do we have
Okay.
a machete? I'm gonna take.
No, you don't.
Why don't we have a machete?
I have a sword.
Hey, you're actually gonna wear your sword, aren't you? You've
I
not worn
mean,
that yet. You can put it on your back.
I could carry my sword. Why not?
That's the thing you guys see Yuki pull out of the truck that you weren't expecting was a full-on sword.
Are you a ninja?
He's
No.
Oh, because we could use a ninja right now.
history nerd.
Yeah, I got some skills, but ninja is not in my job description.
Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go
Oh,
ninja,
it
go
may be
ninja,
eventually, you
go.
never know.
It's true. Maybe I get shuriken later.
Gosh, I'm gonna have to break out the roll 20 for combat eventually. If that happens.
Dun, dun.
But we might run out of time before that happens too, which will make things a hell of a lot easier. It's currently 10 after 9. So you've got about 35 minutes or so. Okay, but you're all set, correct? We're all getting ready to go? Personal gear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Adding machete to the list of things we need to requisition when we get back.
We do.
Or steal while you're out. You never know. You
Yeah.
never know. Okay, so you pack yourself up. You drive back out to the portal, and I'm assuming you park the Humvee in front of that portal.
Yes.
Oh,
Casey,
at this
you're
point, we have dressed up in our French uniforms, or no?
Mhm.
do
Yes.
Yeah.
We're in our
Okay.
French uniforms and body armor.
your futuristic body armor.
I've got stacks. They don't know. We're totally French spies.
Oui, mon ami.
Croissant.
Your body armor's only 70 years futuristic to them. They won't
I'm
understand.
French. Croissant.
Let's see.
Escargot.
Are you that person coming back from vacation?
I just don't say
No,
any T's.
no, it's croissant.
My cat is
Okay.
being a literal terrorist right now.
You drive all the way back to the -1 platform, prime platform. You park the car in front of the portal to Wilson City that you haven't been in for weeks and weeks.
Several months.
Nope, several weeks.
I thought,
It's been about a month.
oh, I thought
Uh,
we recouped for like 2 months.
no, it was 2 weeks.
Oh,
Let me just get my time differential to make certain I'm right on this. Because I have a website for that. Just gotta find it.
Link, go tell your sister to stop being a terrorist.
All right, which I can't find. So there we have it.
Get off the table.
Is your cat trying to be our Gerald stand-in for the evening?
Yeah, well, when I just got up a few minutes ago, it was because she was trying to chew her way into a bag, and now she's won't get off the table. And I don't have a spray bottle over here to shoot her. It's on the table.
Okay, so it would be
She's just not listening to me either. Because, you got one cat that's really mellow and one cat that's a literal terrorist. That's how it works.
Oh,
okay.
before we go into the portal, should we leave a note on the Humvee for Eric in case he finds the Humvee?
Oh, that's a good idea. We shouldn't. Eric does not need to meet us in Wilson City. That would be. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
he doesn't need to meet us there. But if we get trapped there, then he should come and rescue us there.
Does Eric have do we have a synchronized set of watches?
You did, but they're all out of sync now. You haven't resynced them. And because of the different places you've gone, the time differences have been wacky. So it's hard to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, and more, I want to say in the note that, hey, we went into Wilson City. Don't come looking for us unless it's been X number of time.
Well, let me write down exactly what you want to say to Eric. What's that? Eric, comma. What do you want to say?
We went to Wilson City to frame the French and do a murder or something.
To frame.
Everything should be fine. We'll be back soon, but if we're not back in I don't know how much time you guys want to say. Please save us.
Okay, so Eric, we went to Wilson City to frame the French. Everything
Maybe
should be fine.
we shouldn't write down that we're framing the French.
Okay, fine.
City 2.
You're going on a mission in Wilson City.
There you go.
Should we tell him to go to the observatory if we don't seem to come back in a reasonable amount of time?
No, we tell him to come and rescue us.
Mission to Wilson City. When you get this, come save us.
Yes.
All right, dear Eric, we're going on a mission to Wilson City. When you read this, come save us. Team.
We have a team name. We need a team name.
You're Team 4 according to the game, but
I
you
know
can call
we're
yourself
team
whatever.
4, but Team Gerald.
No, you wouldn't like that.
You have procured the troublemaker.
Yes.
I think they've all seen the patch. Sorry, guys. Just for the chat. Shield mode is on, and so things will get blocked if they're related to sexual terms or things like that. So, just so you know, the phrase gear porn is not acceptable.
Amazing.
Yeah, it is what it is. I get it. Yeah, of course you figured. I think I have. I don't have time to dig up the picture, but I know I sent it to you guys. It was in the chat. Anyway, so you leave the note for Eric, and you go through the portal. Are you all going at once? Is someone going through by themselves? How's that going to work?
We should probably have someone pop in and make sure it's clear, and then because we know that it pops out into an alleyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what time do we think it is there? Daytime?
It's still daytime. You left the UK at about a little after 10 o'clock at night.
I'd really rather do this at nighttime.
It's summer.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, but we're lower. We're closer to the equator, so days are somewhat shorter than if we were farther north.
If we go through during the daytime, then we can charge your electrical gear.
True.
To God, no one sees it.
Yeah. I'm afraid of being seen in the daytime.
Cassie needs to go first because she's the only white person in the group.
That's true.
She can talk her way out of being seen.
Did we bring some gold?
Whatever we have.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure I have some gold with me in case I have to grease a palm.
You had you brought 10 rings, if I remember correctly, and you spent 5 in France.
So I'm gonna make sure I have 2 with me in case I have to grease a palm.
All right, so Cassie's going through by herself.
And I'm gonna go. I'm not like. I'm gonna
Are you
like step. I mean,
taking
I'm
your
not
gear
coming
or
in
things
guns
like that?
blazing. Like I'm gonna step through cautiously.
Be sneaky sneak.
Yeah. Is it
Okay.
clear? What's it look like in this alley that I've never actually been in before?
Okay, no problem. So you go to the portal, put your fingers on it, and you get pulled through. And you're standing. Oh my God, it's hot. Ugh, hot and swampy and muggy.
This is why I don't move to Florida.
Yeah, by your standards, it's gross. Because now instantly you step through the portal, you're sweating in that uniform and armor. But you are in a shaded alleyway when the shade is not helping. And there are trash cans. It's dirty. It stinks. There's a fence off to one side with trash cans in front of it. The fence goes about 6 or 7 feet. And you see the other side to your right is the alleyway exit that Sadie talked about. That leads onto a street, and you see people walking the street. It's about 60 feet away. It's a pretty deep alley. It's about a 100-foot deep alley.
Can I see what's on the other side of the fence?
Sure. You walk over to the fence. You have to climb it, or you can just step on the trash cans. Up to you. Do you want to just climb it easily, just jump it, or you want to use trash cans for?
I just kind of want to look at what's on the other side. I don't necessarily want to.
Okay. You just want to peep over the fence. Yeah. It's some kind of vacant lot, and there are a couple houses back there with grass, but there's definitely a vacant lot back in there. That's dirt.
Does it seem fairly concealed?
There are fences around the house property, but you don't know how if anyone's in the house.
Okay.
But if there's no one in the house, it'd be a concealed place.
Can I go over the fence and see if I can
That's the beauty of this. Are you gonna go by yourself, or are you gonna go back and tell the team what's going on?
Where's Gerald? Gerald!
He didn't come with you. He's probably sitting there with Chewie.
I'm gonna come back through. Go. I need Gerald. I have an important mission for Gerald.
Before you come back through, as you just happen to notice as you walk by, on the wall is a tattered poster that says hanging morning of June 2nd, 3 slaves for heinous crimes against the people. And it's just I'm gonna say slaves. I'm not gonna use the N word, but they use the N word.
Lovely.
Just to kind of give the color of the place for folks who don't understand how bad this is.
What does she have? Sorry, my cat's a terrorist.
So you go back through and ask for Gerald.
Yeah. Stop
it. Looks to Chewie. Boss?
Let's go.
I need him to check out. Here's the thing. He can go check out and look in house windows. I can't. Nobody would think twice about a cat looking in a house window.
Is there anybody in the alley? Is there anybody who can see us in the alley?
I mean, the end of the alley is probably about about 30 yards from the.
Is there anybody in the alley that can see us?
Not directly in the alley.
Then let's go. Jump through the gate.
Okay. Gerald just jumped to the gate because that's a cat thing.
She has a clothespin. That's what she has.
That's a safe toy.
I'm so glad that your cat is a terrorist tonight.
Better yours than mine. He went back to bed. Okay, so you all go through the portal. You all go through the portal.
Yes.
Terrorist.
And you're in the alleyway I described.
All right. We need to find some place concealed.
So there's a vacant lot at this other end of the alley.
Okay.
but there's a house that like butts up to the vacant lot. I can't tell. I wasn't brave enough to go see if there's anyone in the house. That's why I thought Gerald could go check out.
You're a goddamn astronaut. How many times do I have to remind you?
But I don't want to get shot by some racists.
I really should
You're
start
a
keeping
white
track of how many
lady.
times you say
I'm a white lady in military armor in 1949.
You are a white lady in the South.
Yeah, so
You
I can't
are
go to Home
also
Depot and buy my own light bulbs.
You are also an astronaut. Let's go look at this building, see if it's safe. Hunker down someplace so we can recharge all of our equipment before nightfall. And then once it's dark out, then we go find some place to plant some bombs.
Okay, so Gerald just goes and he's over the fence before you guys are, and he trots off toward this white house with blue trim. It looks very well kept up, and there's a yard beyond a low fence with grass. Looks pretty. Looks very 1950s.
interesting.
And so you all go over the fence into the vacant lot.
Yeah.
No problem. I'll let you guys do that without kicking any cans over. You're taking your time, so it's no big deal. You're not running for your lives. Not like before. Gerald trots off to the house, goes under the fence, through the grass, pounces on a grasshopper because it's right there, carries it in his mouth while he runs over the house. Jumps up on a windowsill, walks back and forth, sits down, looks around. He's doing the cat stuff. He's gonna be gone for about 10 minutes. He walks back and looks at you. I saw one old human in the front of the house, and I think she was sleeping in a chair.
All right.
One of those comfy chairs, real comfy chairs.
Perfect.
I didn't see anybody else in there.
All right. Perfect. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna break into this house. We're gonna tie this old lady up. We're gonna tell her that we're from France, or we're gonna let her find out that we're from France. And then after we leave, they're gonna find this old lady, and she's gonna tell them all the French terrorists blew them up.
So we probably should only communicate via neural network.
Right. And talk in whatever French words you know.
We're in New Orleans.
On
People
that
speak
day
French
fromage.
here. We're in New Orleans. People speak French here.
Yeah, true.
That's true. I'll just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to look very French, unfortunately. No matter how hard you try.
We'll leave some French stuff behind in this house. This house is going to be our HQ, but we're going to tie this poor old lady up. We're not going to hurt her, but we're going to tie her up, leave her behind so that she can report to the authorities that these people showed up and caused trouble. And we'll leave like a French jacket or something behind so that, to help frame the French. Dirty French.
Okay, then if you're going to go into the house, I just want you guys to all make me stealth rolls. That's going to be important. Even an old lady can overhear you if you screw this up.
I rolled a 7.
All right, a 7 for Chewie.
I don't know where stealth is on this sheet, but
Okay.
I know I got stealth.
I had to find my stealth sheet.
Give me 11.
Total of 11 for Chewie.
No, that's not right. Wait. 13. I have 13.
Rolled a 12,
19.
which my stealth is
That
not
tracks.
horrible. Stealth.
Maybe I am part ninja.
Stealth.
Stealth is under awareness at the top.
Yeah. So it's plus base, right? So I rolled a 20.
All right. You rolled a 12? Wow.
Yeah. I critted it.
Oh, well, there you go. Nice. Okay, so
That's the non-terrorist.
and what did Chewie roll? Chewie totaled a
13.
13. Okay, let me just roll for her real quick. I can't. 5, 10.
I do like our new dice thing. It works very well.
Why is it not working for me? 1d10. A1. Plus 3. Working. Okay, well, I'll do it manually. Oh, I know. What? Not a valid choice. Okay. Oh, I'm an idiot. All right. Now she rolls a total of a 4. I rolled a 1. Um, so you all sneak in there rather quietly through the back door, and you're in the kitchen, and you peek your head around the corner into the drawing room, and she is asleep with a book on her lap and a blanket over her, and this one probably in her mid 60s is just snoring away,
Oh, she's
hardcore snoring.
she's probably old and mean. We gotta jump her, hold her down, tie her up. I don't want to hurt her. She's an old lady. That's not cool. How can I face my mom if I beat up this old lady? But
Oh, your mom be mad.
yeah. So what we got to do is we gotta grab her, gag her, tie her up, put her in put her in like a closet or someplace.
No, I am not supporting elder abuse, but apparently some of our characters
Not
are.
abuse at all. That's what we got to be nice, polite about tying up
Polite
this
terrorism,
tying
okay?
up
It's
this poor
polite
old lady.
terrorism.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
We need a witness. We need somebody to witness that we are dirty French people.
Speak a bunch of French at her when you're tying her up.
Yes. Well, I can't speak French to her is the problem.
Yep, you can't. And neither of you two speak French, so it's me up to Cassidy to actually speak. I don't think Yuki can pull that off.
I mean, she
Well,
can yell in Japanese. Who knows if this lady has any idea what that sounds like?
well, we just need to figure out if she speaks French.
I mean, okay, I could just say French over and over in Japanese and see how that goes. Franzugo, 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 Franzugo. Is that
Well, to roll a basic tried English, you just roll your intelligence stat, so plus a D10. So Yuki is the smartest here, I think.
okay?
I think no, Cassidy's the same. Cassie and Yuki are both 8. And Cassidy only has
Cassie only speaks German. Well, she speaks English and some German.
Yeah.
The kind of German you speak when your grandparents speak German.
So just roll basic intelligence.
Yeah. So what's the plan before you do that?
Okay.
Before you just start rolling languages,
Yeah.
what's the plan?
Make it sound at least French-esque or convince them that we're actually French.
Well, I mean, is this a race dance getter or what is this?
I don't know, I didn't think this far ahead.
This team never does.
No. Well, did she wake up? What does she do
No,
when we jump her?
She botched. That's why I'm asking what you guys are doing. How are you jumping her? What are you doing?
Oh, okay.
We jump her.
She rolled a 1.
We
She rolled
jump
a
her.
1.
We gag her. We tie her up, and we put her in a closet. Preferably a closet where she can hear what we're talking about.
So I would say like we use like a cloth to cover her mouth, and someone in front of her is going like shh, as we tie her up.
Okay, there's a nice set of dish towels in the kitchen,
Perfect.
and you guys charge out there, and you basically tackle her in the chair. She doesn't move, and you whip the towel around her mouth and get it in her mouth, and she's struggling at that point, but she's barely awake. And so you got the gag in her mouth. Are you tying her up?
Yes, we're tying her up.
Okay.
I got
You have zip
paracord
ties.
and zip ties. Yeah, zip ties. We tie her up. We gag her and we put her in like a closet, someplace where she's out of the way, so that she someplace nearby so she can hear us talking, but not so that she's out of the way and she can't see us. See what we're doing.
Say one of you says bonjour.
Yeah, and we
Wait.
say
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
bonjour, croissant.
S'il vous plaît. No
S'il
talking.
Oui.
s'il vous plaît.
Or we go with a
Paris.
really bad French accent because we know in English please be quiet.
Sure.
Is important.
Sure.
Is important.
That's perfect. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you would say important. Speak now.
That's Italian.
Okay.
Okay. You guys are in the fake accents. Okay, that's fine.
The only accent I could do
I
is
can't
Russian,
believe I wrote this almost a year ago. She looks up at you and you can hear her muffled voice say "Como si?" in French, and Chewie translate that as "What's going on?" And I think it's a good place to cut it for tonight.
So Chewie can't talk to her in French because she speaks French.
Right.
Oh.
I wrote this so long ago, and it's just funny that this happened.
Right. If she speaks
Of
French,
all the people you did this to,
then I can tell her that we are here to strike a blow for the French Empire.
oh my God.
Well, if she's Creole, she did. Yeah.
We'll get to that next week.
Oh dear.
So that's in the plan for it. You guys had a chance to plan. So with that said, we're going to need to pause the story for this week as our time has come to an end. I am Mike Leader. I have been your storyteller for Fringeworthy tonight. Please make sure to check out my link tree, which is posted on our new background, which you can see on the screen, rather than me posting a link in chat because I tend to forget to do that. So for our players, please tell us who you are and where tonight, as well as any information about what you're working on right now, projects or things you want to talk about. So the same order as before.
I'm Leslie. I played Captain Cassidy Wagner. Still waiting to hear back from Be the Match. I still have 2 more weeks until I basically go back into the pool. Not really up to all that much else. Yeah. A little boring around here right now.
Well, we got to fix that.
I rode the Super Mario ride.
I wanted to go to Universal. Check that out.
We went last Saturday.
Because I haven't been since the HP section opened so long ago. Okay.
I'm Bob. I play Chewie, and I'm not promoting anything. So
Bob is not on social media, not promote anything. He's existing here to have fun.
Also, my cat's a terrorist. I'm going to add that.
Your cat is a terrorist, and I love him very, very much. I'm Jill. I played Yuki Nakamura. You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at KYJIN, where I yell about anime and video games. And I'm on TikTok at Books with Dr. Jill. Basically, my life right now is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, so that will be my life for the considerable future.
Ooh, that sounds fun. I mean, I saw the ads for it, oh, that's one more thing I can't buy right now.
I'm sorry.
I got folks already trying to convince me to play Helldivers, so that's another thing on my list. So, but yeah, and I think that's it for tonight. Thank you. We'll be back next week at 7 p.m. Do pay attention to Stolen Fires. We have games on 5 days a week. I don't have the list in front of me, but my brain just fried it. We do have Dune on Fridays, and I do recommend tuning to that. For those who get a chance to see both the first and second parts of that movie, you're going to love actually watching this alternate version of the setup there. And if you had a chance to experience the Modiphius system, I totally recommend it. It's great fun to use and to watch. Hopefully someone convinced me to run a Star Trek game this summer. So that being said, thank you all for playing. I hope you had fun. Thank you all for watching. I hope you had fun. And we will see you next week at 7 p.m.
Bye.
Bye.